Well, I see somebody's in here. Who's in here? It figures, you mother. It's about time you joined in, Tyler. Well, now you left. You go, girl. I hear you. I'll show you a girl. Well, I'll show you who the girl is between us. What's up, bad blood? You doing all right? Oh, it says I only got one person in here. Relaxing with a beer. That sounds good right now. I'm relaxing in my snake ring for a little bit. So how many snakes you got, bad blood? Oh, no problem, man. Oh, that four will build up to endless if you give it long enough. They'll be endless. I started out with one 7 year, well, almost 7 years, 6 years ago. I've had snakes most of my life, but ball pythons I got into about 6 years ago. So that's where we all mess up when we start in this bad blood. We buy these males because they look good, and we're like, oh man, we need females. In a couple months after you start getting them, and you're like, man, but it happens. Tyler, if you're still here, I can't flip over the messenger. If I do, it cuts me off here. Bad blood, you need to just find you a female het pied and a female het albino, and start out that way, buddy. Yeah, all my snakes spend time slithering, Jason. But bad blood, back to that, what you just said. I understand buying local because then you get it faster. But how big is sorry about that, but is there anybody local around you that sells and breeds balls? Yeah, I agree with that. I've seen people buy off Craigslist that strike gold, but then I've seen people buy off Craigslist that really get screwed over. If the weather wasn't so bad right now, it really wouldn't be a bad time to, you know, worry about shipping. But where the weather's messed up right now, it's kind of concerning a little bit. Yeah, for now it is, Jason. I got one corn snake in my collection. Oh, you live in Arizona. You should be around. There should be a lot of people around you. If I'm not mistaken, I think Joel from State 48, he's from Arizona way. if I'm not mistaken, too, uh, I think the guys that produced the first Mojaves from Arizona. And maybe Joel could hook you up with something, find you something that you want. I used a buddy of mine a few years back to find me a few things. He was, oh, your neighbor has a ball python. I hear you. I focus more on ball pythons, just what I chose to get into. What's up, Maniac? I think it's the most people I've ever had in here. I got four. Well, it says three, but I know one's hiding back here somewhere. He won't come out of the closet. But Bad Blood, if you end up wanting anything, I'll have a few pied clutches this year. And all my offspring will be 100% heads because I bred my Mojave visual pie to my het pie girl, so everything will be 100% hits. Yeah, Maniac, you should make some snake videos. Hey, DEA, how you doing? Oh, I got Slash Outdoors in here too. Awesome. I ain't doing much, just wasting time until DEA's live comes up. I missed it last night. Had some things going on I had to get done. Oh, you're not sure if you're going to go live tonight? Yeah, Maniac, you should go live one night. Yeah, and DEA, I hope you get feeling better, man. That ain't cool. I've lost a lot of good friends and a lot of family members to cancer. Manic, I run off of an old, it's a Moto 4, I think's what it is. It's made by Motorola. It might, but I know I got well, not an S3. I got a Note 3, a Galaxy Note 3 that I'd say it would have done pretty good, but it crashed on me. When do you get your new snakes, DEA or Andrew? I don't know why. I know your name's Andrew. Well, your new shipment from Lone Star. When it warms up, I know what you mean, though. Oh, warms up. I don't know why I said worms. I'd like to get something from Earl myself. I'd like to get something from Earl. I'd like to get something from Brian Gundy, which I talked to Brian Gundy about a week or so ago. I'm thinking on it now about getting I was going to buy a 100% double het pied clown girl off of a buddy of mine out of state, but I've always been a big fan of Brian Gundy, and he's got some Boss double het females that he had hatched, and I'm thinking on going on that way, which would be I mean, a little bit cheaper on me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I wish I had the money to buy 100%, but I'll be struggling just to get the Boss het girls, and then I gotta raise them up for a while, which I gotta. Well, I don't have it now. I had, and I got a chance to get him back. A fire that's 100% het clown, Boss het pied, that's got ringers and track marks on him. So if I get one or two of the Poss double hets off Brian Gundy, I'll probably be buying my fire het clown Poss het pied back just to see what goes with him, see if he'll do anything for me in the future, not right this minute. I'll probably honestly wait to see if Brian will let me do some kind of little payment plan, then wait till after the weather changes to get them sent out to me. I've got a few real nice snakes, and if it wasn't for payment plans, I'd have never got them. Thank God there's still some people out there that'll do payment plans with people that don't have a lot of money to spend but wants nice stuff. One of the best guys I ever worked with on a payment plan was Bob Vu. Uh, he really helped me out. I'd wanted a few snakes that he had, and he gave me 6 months to pay for them because it was three snakes and it was over $1,000 order, and he gave me it was about 6 months, 6.5 months, something like that. He gave me Bob Boo. If you ever did any business with him, he's a great guy. And Andy, I talked to the dude the other night about the boy I was telling you about. I got the import boy. I talked to the guy that actually bred that gene, and he clarified that's what it was, and that it was one of his offspring, and a bunch of things, man. So, I mean, I'm still looking forward to working with him. I got, there's nothing really been done with it. The only thing it's ever been bred to is Mojave and pastel. So, I want to go recessive with it. I'd like to get it in the clown stuff. I got a butter that's 100% het, that's a proven het clown. And I think I'm gonna might put him with her just to make some Poss hets to raise up to see what I can do. What is what? Maniac, I seen you said, what is it? Question. Oh, I get what you're talking about now. The mail I showed the other night that yeah, the import, I bought as an import, but then I found out that it wasn't an import. It was a gene that had been worked on a few years back, but the guy ended up selling off a lot of his collection, and uh, I'd actually talked to the guy years ago on Facebook. Well, 3 or 4 years ago, and we was friends and everything. And then 3 accounts later, since I can't remember passwords and stuff, I always got to change accounts. But I talked to the guy, and it's called the Cafe. It's not the Coffee Gene. It's a whole different gene, but it's called the Cafe. And if you look at it's on World Ball Pythons. They got two. There's the Brista, and the other one's Decaf, I think. Which I like the Mojave, the Brista version. It's the Mojave Cafe. It really looks nice, and he thinks that it'll prove out to be a super for him. He bred to a Cine or a Black Pastel, and it actually come out to it was almost jet black, but you could see the patterning on it. But the baby died in the egg, so it was never it was never really produced later. Slash, I'm glad you stopped by though. I'm getting more and more people every time I get on here. Usually Stevie or TJ's one of the first ones that pop up. So other than anything, what's everybody else been doing today? Or is there anything anybody wants to talk about other than depressing life? I know I need to shave. Oh, you do frozen thawed? I've been thinking on frozen thawed. Bad blood would be better just to build you one, man. They're easy to build. It'd be cheaper too on you. My honest opinion on racks is ARS. I love ARS racks. It's I don't know. They're just the best. Yeah, I breed my own rats, and this time of year, man, it really sucks when it's real cold. Cause man, they just don't breed. It don't matter if you're good or not, man. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth, the kid can do it. Yeah, I'm going this by this summer. I'm hoping I got another ARS to add here. I'm been watching the ARS site, and they actually got a it's a 2070 series hybrid rack I'm looking at. I think it's like $1,400. Hell, and that's what the one cost me I got now, and it's a 5020 or a 20 yeah a 5020 series, and it was like $1,600 altogether or something like that. I'd like to invest too in ARS. I mean, I'd like to get at least one nice rat rack off of them. Well, at least you got them set up good. Each one of them's on their own heat man, their own thermostat. I mean, that's good. And then tubs. I mean, it's really though, man. It's really easy. You go watch YouTube. I mean, to put a rack together, it's simple. I built my first racks. I was actually built out 3/4 inch pressed wood stuff. It's like melamine without the coating. But man, you talking about heavy? It was heavy. The 50, I don't know about the 70/20s, man, but the 50/20s are really nice. And I got uh Maniac, I got some pretty good sized girls in some of these tubs, and they still got plenty of room on the 50 series. If I don't get a 70, well, the 2070, I think I might order a 50/20 series. I'd like to have the bigger one. Where you? All right, you may go live. Either use VE man or use Herp stats. Honestly, I've been breeding in these tubs. I got the 50 series. And like I said, some of my girls, well, my biggest girls, well, I got one that's almost 3,000 grams. I got one that's 2,500 grams. I got another one that's 2,300. One that's 20, well, I think she's 1,900. And all of them, they fit fine. They're always, I mean, even when I put the males in there, I mean, they're perfect. I mean, the 50's a good tub to me. I mean, DA, if you do go, man, let me know. Yeah, I don't know nothing about the FB20s. I don't know how big they are. So, to me, I think it'd be what a 28 quart tub and a Starlight tub, basically. It's just a FB20. I got like I said, the ARS hybrid, the 50/20. Then I got the Sea Serpents V18. Then at my buddy's, he's got my racks that I built. There's one 4 tall, 28 quart. There's one well, 6 tall, 41 quart. Let's see, there's three hatchling racks, and I think they hold 15 snakes apiece. Each of the hatchling racks that I built. I gave all that stuff to him when I got all my new stuff. Maniac, I wish you lived close to me. Hell, we'd hang out. And I think too, with the Freedom Breeder or the ARS racks, I mean, you get what you pay for. I mean, and I think they'll last years upon years upon years upon years. Where are you from, Maniac? If you don't care if I ask, I know way the hell away from me. Andrew, I don't know if I said it or not. If you did go live, notify me on here before you do if I'm not off here, and that way I'll jump over to yours and end mine. Maine, oh wow. Yeah, I live in West Virginia. That'd be a good drive. Now, I've heard good things about Reptile Basics too. And I've heard good things about Boafile, everything. I've heard good and bad about, animal plastic racks. I've heard good and bad about everybody. I mean, all right, man. But if the one thing I think I wish I could change on the racks is the wiring, the way it runs up the side. I wish there was a way to hide it in the tubing. Yeah, Sea Serpents, I know about two. I have one. I got a Sea Serpents V18, the long tubs. That's nice. I got a male clown breeder. Well, and my dragonfly, they both love them tubs. I put them in the 50 and they don't really eat that good, but I'll put them in them V18 tubs and they smash everything plus fingers. Maniac, did I ever show you that dragonfly het clown boy I got? Yeah, he's nice. I wish he'd breed for me though. He's roughly about 800 grams, and I've put him to proven breeder females just to make something different. I actually put him to a let me think here. Put him to my pinstripe once to see, because I was talking to a buddy of mine about some tricks, and he said to put him to a proven breeder female. So I put him with my pinstripe, and he wouldn't do nothing. All right. I still never tried the Instagram thing. I don't. I want to, but I don't want to because of relationship stuff. You know how it goes. Well, send that banana hat clown over here to tell me, and I'll put him to my butter hat clown girl instead of putting my import to him making some poss hats. Oh, he's a proven breeder. That's awesome. I got one male that ain't proven. That's my lesser boy that I've had for years. I've put him to a female 2 years in a row, and nothing ever come out of it. Yeah, my butterhead clown girl, she's massive. She's off feed right now. She's been off feed for a while. Oh, did you make clowns? Also, this ain't your first rodeo then. Did you hold anything back last season? I only hatched one clutch last season. It sucked. It was a bad year. And the year before that, I hatched four. This year, I'm on to about 10, but I could do up to about 12 or so. But I'm only going to do about probably 4 to 6. Yeah, I hope too, man. I really like the albino stuff. I've got three albino, one albino project. I got a genetic striped female. Well, she's a, what would you call it? It's a, but she's a visual genetic stripe, but she's Pauset albino, and I bought an albino female off of a guy, and then found out a couple weeks later it wasn't a female; it was a male. See, I'm kind of confused on that this year. I could do albino pieds, but I could do candy pieds too, which I don't know which one I want. I think I'd rather go for candy pieds, honestly, but or I could go for Candino pieds. I've got a spied girl that's 100% hit pure candy. I talk about her all the time, but she's like one of my favorites. Besides, she's one of my favorites besides my highway. My highway's my my absolute top one favorite snake in the world. I mean, my mom bought her for me before she passed away, and she's starting to get some good size. I could probably have her going this year easily. Yeah, I entered in the Freedom Breeder giveaway. I already know what snake I want. I don't want the damn money. I mean, I like money, don't get me wrong, but yes, it is. It's a hell of a giveaway. Well, it's like Billy from Mutation Creation, the giveaway he done last year. That was just crazy. Hey, TJ. Yeah, Maniac, me too if I win. I don't care if she's small or not. Cypress is one gene I've always wanted, and I never really had the chance to get it. And if I would win that giveaway, it'd be a tough one for me because when I got the highway female, it'd be a tough one. The highway male or the uh yeah, I'd shit a brick too. That's a good giveaway. I mean, that's awesome too. The big guys out there look out for some of us little guys like that, give us a chance to win stuff like that. That's awesome. I mean, you just go to their page, Andrew, and well, go watch the YouTube video. There's a link in it. Yeah, but the highway thing to me would be cool because I could breed to my highway girl, and I could make super gravels that way. Oh, no problem, man. It's a killer giveaway, man. The thermostat, the 5 bricks of cocoa husk. I mean, the the 3 snakes you get to choose from is the black axanthic. I mean, it's just crazy. Did you mean a gravel instead of granite? I've always been a big fan of the yellow belly. I just lost my girl. I had a yellow belly that was impossible, low contrast orange dream, and don't know what happened to her. Just out of the reason. I came in one day and she was. I think I know what happened to her. I think she had because I'd been breeding her, and I honestly, truly, really think that the eggs had busted in her somehow. Because before she had died, she started smelling real bad and was pushing this fluid stuff out of her. And by the time I could do anything for her, man, she had passed away on me. It sucks so bad, man. The nearest vet around me's 3 to 4 hours each way. I've run all kinds of scenarios through my head to try to figure out what happened to that female I had, because I had her since she was like 400 or 500 grams. She was small, and she went from, I mean, I couldn't wrap my hand around her, and I got some big old hands. I'm a 450-pound guy. I mean, and I couldn't even get my hand around her. Within like 2 to 3 weeks, she went down to nothing. Not 2 to 3 weeks, but within days. I mean, I think it was eggs busted in her and it killed her or something. Because I take good care of my animals. I mean, and I had planned on taking her to the vet, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the money right at the time, and I didn't have the ride at the time, and then right after she passed away, I mean, I'd had the money if it had been another week. I mean, I don't think it was nothing that could be spread, because nothing else I got sick or nothing. Nothing else is showing any signs of nothing. Everything else is eating like crazy, like they always do. Yeah, it does suck, man. On it's the animal, losing an animal, man. It really sucks. I mean, you put all this time into it. It ain't even a money factor, It's you raise this animal up. Okay, I raised her up for a year and a half, to get her up to good size to breed. And like I said, I mean, I really think that's what happened to her. It was crazy. I come in here one day and smelled it, just ungodly smell. I found her. She was laying there dead. But I had a buddy of mine message me. Said one of his buddies had some snakes that had died just out of the blue. I mean, nothing close to me. These dudes live in California. Said that one of them had just broke out in blisters out of nowhere, and it's got professional stuff like freedom breeder racks, all this. And it wasn't just one snake; it was a couple snakes that had died this way. Like their valve movements was real nasty and looking. It was just crazy. But hell, the tub I had her in, I didn't even keep it. I threw it away because I'm scared. I was scared that it might have been something spreadable. But like I said, that's been about 2 to 3 weeks ago that I lost it, and nothing else. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, nothing's wrong with nothing. I mean, everything else healthy, eating, thriving. I mean, everything. Everybody's trying to bite me all the time. They're all spunky, and this girl, she just nothing. I mean, wouldn't move. I mean, wouldn't do nothing. It really sucked. I think she possibly was, because I'd been breeding her. I was wanting to make some yellow belly het clowns to raise up, and I'd been breeding her to my yellow belly boy. Uh, I mean, I'm retarded. Sorry. I was breeding her to my clown to her, and I seen her swell up everything, and then like within no time, I mean, she lost everything. She went down to where I had her in my hands, and I couldn't even fit my hands around. I mean, I could fit my hands around her, and from before, I couldn't even fit my hands around her. I've I'm 6 years of having snakes. I've lost 3 snakes, which I don't think's bad. I mean, it's not a good thing. I lost that one. I lost an orange dream male that I had. I don't think it's meant for me to have orange dream in my collection, because everything orange dream I get, well, the last two I had, they passed away on me. Then I had a leopard female that escaped on me. It was last summer, and that sucked because a buddy of mine gave her to me. She's about 600 grams when I got her. She was roughly about 800, 900 when she got out. Uh, I had found her in my basement. She had fell off from this roof, well, fell from the top of the basement to the floor, and I guess the impact killed her. Well, that and the coldness, because she was froze to the floor. And I looked everywhere, 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 and my hot water tank had went out, and I went downstairs to take the hot water tank out and put a new one in, and I found her. She was about 3 or 4 feet from my hot water tank. Anybody still in here? Well, it says there's 2 people, but nobody's commenting or nothing. I might go ahead and cut it off here and wait for Andy to upload and go on his and bug everybody. Yo, my leopard girl. Yo, maniac at the time, man. Well, when I had 70 snakes last year. You talk about a hassle. Now, taking care of that by myself was a job. I had 70 snakes last year, or 89 snakes is what it was I had. Uh, I just ended up selling some. I gave a bunch away to kids and stuff just to get down a little bit. I mean, hell, I didn't make any money. I mean, I lost more money than anything. But to give a kid a snake and see a smile on her face, it was awesome, man. I'd rather, I don't know how to word it. I'd rather, I'd rather give somebody something. I mean, especially a kid. If they come to me and interested in snakes, I'm there. I'm willing to teach them what they want to know or what they. I'm willing to educate them. You know, and I mean, and if they want a snake, I'm more than glad to give them one. I mean, if their parents say it's okay, because especially if they're local. I mean, because I breed plenty of rats, so I know the snake will eat. There's 3 people that lives by me that's got snakes from me, and every one of the snakes I feed. I mean, I'll make sure of it. I'll be like, hey man, you come down tomorrow to get a rat. Hey man, I got extra rats if you need any. Hey man. I mean, that's just how I am. I'd rather see somebody have something. I mean, but I've always been like that. But boy, I ain't never had nobody do me like that. I've gave more snakes away than what I've ever sold. I think I was 6 years of doing this. I think I've sold maybe a dozen snakes, if that. There's a little boy up the road right now. I went to the doctor the other day and had to go to the pharmacy. And his mom works at the pharmacy I go to. And she had said something to me about her boy was interested in a snake and asked me what kind of snakes I had. And I told him I breed ball pythons, and they asked me what would be a good starter snake. Not for business. I told him I said a ball python or a corn snake. And to anybody, if anybody asks me anything, um, I'll tell them, a starter snake for a kid, anybody really, be a good starter snake, be a corn snake or a ball python. And I told her I breed ball pythons, and she got interested. She's like, well, what would you charge me for one? I said, well, you tell your boy. I said, if he really wants a snake, give me about a month or two. Hey, Gage, but give me about a month or two, and I'll have some babies. I said, if he wants to learn about them and everything, I told her to bring him down. I'd educate him on him, let him know what he's getting himself into. And within the time I have them eggs, and hatch babies and get them ready to go, if he wanted one, I'd basically probably give him one, just buy a setup, everything, and I'd do the rest. Give him a snake, make sure it gets fed. But I told her if I give it to him and he don't take care of it, I will come to get it back. I try to be responsible. Everybody I've sold snakes to, anything. I keep in contact with them. Hey man, how's this one doing? How's that one doing? I mean, it's just how I am. Hell, that, and if there's no kids in this hobby, man, there ain't gonna be no hobby when we get older and decide to get out of it. Or I want to see this hobby go for a gazillion years. I mean, I don't want to see it just come and go. Well, if anybody wants to hear a story, let me know now, and I'll tell you the story of what got me into snakes. That's pretty cool, man. Maniac. All right, what got me into snakes? Well, besides being a kid and growing up around them a little bit. Well, about let's see, this August makes 7 years I've been sober. I've been clean. And when I first quit, you know, I was a drug addict. I mean, drug addict, alcoholic actually. But I started looking at snakes and looking at snakes, and my girlfriend at the time, my fiance now, was in the pet store one day, and she's like, "What do you want for Valentine's Day?" And like I said, I just got sober. I told her, I was like, I either want a new tattoo, I said, or I want a snake. Well, her being her, she's like, well, I'll buy you a snake before I'll get you another tattoo. She's like, you got enough tattoos. Uh, I started getting into snakes. I bought one. Then about I don't know, a couple months later, I bought another one. Then I bought another one. I bought another one. I bought another one. I kind of, I kind of fell off. I started doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing again, and it was a battle. It'll always be a battle for any addict or any alcoholic, anybody. But I made a decision then. I said, man, if I want to do this, I got to quit this. And I tell everybody, man, snakes, reptiles, period, they saved my life. I mean, because I wasn't your average day Joe user. I mean, when I got high, I got high. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, and then I turned the money that I was, wasting on dope, well, pills and this and that, man, I turned it in to what I've got now. I mean, and for anything in my life, I mean, I would, if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I mean, we've got a home, we've got a house now. My first year that me and my girlfriend was together, I mean, I struggled hardcore. I mean, because not only as a drug addict, you know, I cleansed my habit. I done stuff to, sold stuff to keep my habit. You know, and that way money didn't come out of pocket. So I was doing selling this to make money to do this, so I didn't have to spend my money to do this until I got into the snake thing. And snakes really did, man. They saved my life. I mean, and I'd like to hear stories like that. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, think of something that simple could save somebody's life is awesome. I mean, and I've got other buddies that's into reptiles and stuff that was in the same situation, man. And the snakes basically saved their lives. I mean, if it wasn't for reptiles, man, they'd be dead. I mean, and me on the track I was doing, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows anything about them, but I was on OxyContin real bad. It wasn't just, I do a Roxy 30 and I was blowed out of my mind. I was getting to the point where I was a junkie. You know, I was having to do 10 pills at one time, 10 30s at one time to even quit being sick. I mean, it just, it was, it was just fun. It was crazy. I mean, and then I sat back and think today, I'm like, man, the money I spent, because there's times I'd go buy 130s or something like that. But those times I get by 130s, and that's at the time was 1,500 bucks, and wake up the next morning and not have nothing in my pocket, be sick, and back on the hunt again, trying to do it all over. I remember back when the OC80s was around, man. I had my run in with them. Trust me. Then they switched them over, and then I started doing Roxy's and Otanas, and it was just awful, man. And that's cool, man. When your son was born, you quit. I think a lot of my problem was is I didn't get to live life that much. I was 15 years old, man, and had a kid, and I had to be responsible. I had to grow up quick. I was 15 years old when my son was born. I turned he I was 15 when he was born. He was born in April. I turned 16 in August. So I mean, I had to grow up. I mean, yeah, 15, man. I was like I said, my son was born in April. I was 15, dude, and when my son was born in April, and I turned 16 in August. I mean, damn maniac, you're an old fart now, ain't you? Yeah, man, it is. And hell, I'm not much. You're not much older than me. I was just picking about the old fart thing anyway. I didn't lose my mom at 9, man. But I lost my mom December 7th of 17, man. I tell you, it took its toll on me. It did. It took its toll on me, man. I didn't relapse, so my doctor was worried about that I was going to have a relapse, and my counselor, because I see a counselor too, and my doctor, they was all worried that I was going to have a relapse, and I'd relapse with alcohol. I mean, damn maniac. So I lost my mom December of 17, and my grandma, my mom's mom, passed away in July of 2018. Uh, Hell, them two women was my world, man. They raised me, my mom and my grandma. I about lost my mind over it. I mean, the night my mom passed away, I sat here and drank a liter of Jack Daniels, man, and I couldn't even get drunk because I was just so bum puzzled. It was just it was so unreal. And then I have to tell my little brother, and he's in prison. Uh, it was unreal, man, just unreal. But my mom had been sick for a lot of years. I mean, and my mom was the same. My mom was the about the same age I was when I had my first kid. My mom passed away December 7th, 2017, and her birthday was December 10th. She died 3 days before her 50th birthday. Okay. And 53. She wasn't much older than my mom, man. Tell you what, man, I think the only thing that could hurt worse than losing my mom would be one of my kids, and that would set me over the edge. So that's like my little brother, man. Before my mom passed away, his little girl died. Uh, he just spiraled downhill. I mean, he went crazy. His little girl died, and then he was in prison, man. And then my mom passed away, and while he was in prison, my grandma passed away, and my brother was in prison, for the whole time. Yeah, Gage, I agree on that, man. You just gotta stay positive about everything, man. How old are you, Gage? Oh, maniac on the age reference, Earl. I'm 33, man. Oh, you 16? Yeah, buddy, you gotta stay positive and keep your head up, Gage. I mean, you really do, buddy. I mean, you're 16 years old. My son's six. Well, he'll be 17. I mean, where are you from, Gage? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, totally agree with Maniac on that, man. Totally agree, dude. Don't ever fall into that shit, man. Drugs, period. I mean, anything, drug wise is the devil, man. It'll take everything in your life. Ah, Wisconsin. Hey, man, I'd love to be out there. I'm a cheese eating fool. That's where Garrick DeMeyer's from. You got any snakes, Gage? Well, I'm pretty sure you probably do. That's good. I'm not saying it's good, man. It's good that you never resort to that. Oh, wow, 67 snakes. Son of them. Well, guys, it's been nice chatting. I've been on here for an hour and a minute. Okay. But listen, guys, if you ever want to talk, whatever, man, Gage, if you got Facebook, man, want somebody to talk to, look me up, man. Monk Green on Facebook. Okay, DEA, I'm getting ready to jump off here, man. Thanks everybody for jumping on here and talking. And like I said, man, if if you need somebody to talk to, Gage, man, I'm here to look me up on Facebook, Monk Green. I got a couple different accounts, but you'll find me. It's got a picture of me and my old lady, and I think the background's like red or something like that. It's like we're laying in the bed or something. I don't know, but if you can't find me, just go to Andrews on DEA and look me. I have Andrew to show you. He knows my account. I'm friends with Andrew on Facebook, but I hear you, man. But yeah, man, it's been great talking to everybody. I'm gonna try to do this every night if anybody's interested in doing it every night. I don't know if you guys got a time difference or not. I know it's 11:48 here, but I'll try to do this. Oh, okay, now I know who he is. Yeah, I was watching your videos the other day. I can't do them Rubik's Cube things, man. Them things kill me. Yeah.
I love you.
Me too. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna jump off here and go do a few things. I'll see everybody on Andrew's chat. He said once I go down, he's gonna go up. But Gage, like I said, man, anybody else you want to holler at me, look me up, PM me. I mean, my Gmail account's on my Gmail account should be on my YouTube, I think. I mean, just send me a message. I mean, that way, or I mean, I'll get back to you. I'm always on Facebook. I'm a Facebook junkie. But I'll see you there too, man. I'll see all you guys there and a couple others. And I'm going to think of something for the next video, a quote or something, however you say it, for when I get off here and whenever I start my videos. But it was nice chatting with everybody and nice meeting everybody. Engaged, like I said, keep that head up, buddy. And the reptile future depends on kids like you, buddy. Uh, it's like I said, if you got any problems, man, just hit me up. Oh, shut up, Destiny. Later, guys.